Because we're back. We are back to play Warhammer 40,000 after our minor hiatus. This is the place. This is the road. And this road belongs to Rumble. And Rumble likes to go faster.
Did you see?
Now, Rumble likes to drive down this road. He likes to go as fast as he can. But lately, sometimes the road's kind of sticky. There's stuff on it. There's yuck.
Cool stuff.
More like the humors of the bile. Maybe it's because Nurgle has infested this place. And Rumble's not having it. Rumble's not having that shit at all because this is Rumble's road. And so what's going to happen is Rumble is going to come into this place and he's going to claim it. He's going to say, oh, this is my place. And he's going to drive the rotten Nurgle Demons out of a 10th edition game of Warhammer 40,000. Are you ready? The refuser is ready.
Fuck yeah.
So first we have to find deployment zones. I need some dice. There is one objective in the dead center of the table. I'm going to roll a dice. And on a 1, 2, or 3, we're this way, and on a 4, 5, or 6, we're this way. But I can't count that dice. We are this way. The game is on. The refuser has put down her demons. We have the plague bearers with the poxbringer in and out of the fort. We have Nathan, the demon prince, on the home objective, Trog. The Orks have the commandos forward deployed. The Shooter Boys on the home objective, Slugga Choppa Boys, and then over here, Rumble and the Nobles. Here's how the game is scored. No points in turn 1. Turn 2, your home objective is worth 1 point. The center objective is worth 2. Your opponent's objective is worth 3. Those are the only points in the game. It is Orks versus Nurgle. It's going to get stompy, and now we have to know who goes first. We roll the dice, and whoever gets the superior number takes the first turn. I got a 3. Oh, there's some magic. Let's go again.
Roll off.
I got a 6 because I'm lucky.
Fuck!
Get a 6. Get a 6, you can do it.
Get that smug sound out of your voice.
There it is.
Yeah!
One more time. The Orcs get a 1. Nurgle gets turn 1.
Oh, the tears of the Orcs are twice as sweet as their tasty pig flesh meat. I can't wait to drink their tears. They'll talk about this battle for many years.
Command point goes in the bucket as the demon prince moves off the objective, but uses the command point to hold the objective. That objective still belongs to Nurgle, even though they have moved away from it. The forces of Nurgle have moved. The demon princesses paid a command point to own the home objective and be able to move away from it. The beasts of Nurgle and the plague bearers have come to claim the center objective, supported by the demon prince, and then Trog, the beast of Nurgle, is over here in the corner. They have moved closer to the Orcs. Now, the only shooting in your army belongs to the demon prince, who is behind a wall. And I don't think you are in charge range of anyone, and I think that is entirely your turn 1. So we have the end of Nurgle Demons turn 1. We move into Orc turn 1. The Wa has not been called, which would have been smart because I could have gone crashing in there, but we'll have to wait a turn in our turn 1. The end of the movement phase. The units of commandos has advanced. They're going around. The Shooter Boys walked forward. They're going to hold the objective and pot shot. These boys actually advanced. I just wanted to get to the other side of the pipe. And maybe all these plague bearers charge me. Maybe they don't. There's a lot of Orcs over here. And then the truck comes over here, staring down Trog. That's probably a 7-inch charge. We'll talk about it.
Probably a bad idea is what it is.
It might be. Wait, no.
Yes!
You know there's a war boss in that truck, right?
A war what?
It's Rumble Snazdeka.
That doesn't look anything like a boss to me.
He is the reigning king of 9th edition. He is the coolest man in the galaxy.
Yeah, but that's not a boss.
That's not a war boss. It's a war boss.
Oh.
Rumble.
Okay.
The war boss.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna have to kill you. We're gonna start with the shooting phase. These men advanced over here. These guys won't be able to see. So I got 2 guys can't see. They could shoot at Nathan, but only 2 shooters at Nathan is pointless. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shooters and a big shooter. So I've counted out my dice. The big question, are your plague bearers still within 6 inches of your demon? Yep. Plague bearers are still within 6 inches of the... Oh, I want to measure that. We are measuring. Oh, it's something we need to know. It's the difference between hitting you on 5s and
I
hitting
was
you
like,
on 6s.
it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Okay.
Anyway, you just need 1.
Yep.
All right. So, the Demon Princess gives these men stealth. So the Orcs hit on 5s. Pardon me, 6s. We're going to start with the big shooter here into the Plague Bears. No hits.
When it's pretty much a foregone conclusion about how much your roll is gonna suck, we could just skip it and save time.
6s. Strength 4 versus toughness 5. We want 5s. 1 wound on your Plague Bears.
5.
5. You have saved your Plague Bearer. These men advance. We're coming down here. We have the men in the truck, and we have the big shooter on the truck. Big shooter on the truck is going to go into the Plague Bearers. However, that big shooter still needs to hit on 6s. Nothing. Oh, wait, there's 1. But it needs to wound you. Strength
I'm
5.
surprised you recognized it after all this time.
Strength 5, toughness 5 is a 4. No wound. In the vehicle, the nobles. I'm not going to bother shooting a truck. I'm not going to hurt them.
What?
So
Look at how evil he is.
your Beast of Nurgle, if you don't kill them in a phase, they get all their wounds back. And you want, all right, fine.
Okay, well.
The nobles at Trog 5s.
No, they don't.
They hit twice. They wound not at all. Strength 4, toughness 9, right? Yeah, not at all.
You're right, we could have skipped it.
Could have skipped it. So what's happened is the Orcs have thrown some bullets in the air to make some noise, and it was indeed noisy, but it didn't hurt anybody.
One of them thought he saw a jackrabbit.
That truck, however, is going to charge Trog the Beast of Nurgle and get in on an 11. Bam. Now, I don't expect that truck to hurt him at all. But it's just about getting those men further up the road. My truck with its spinning wheels. I'm not going to bother attacking Trog because it's mathematically impossible for me to kill him. I just wanted to get in there.
There you go.
And now Trog can fight back. Trog versus the truck, hitting on 4s. Got 3 hits. Now Trog, with his putrid appendages, is strength 6. My truck is toughness 8. So you want 5s to wound, and you're looking for 6s. All right. So the 6 wounds, but it is a devastating wound. Devastating wounds cannot be saved, so my truck just takes 2 wounds.
Bam!
Just like that, taking the truck down to 8. Now, we have each reached the end of Orc turn 2. We are going to go into the beginning of Nurgle turn 2, where Nurgle scores points.
Don't you mean the end of Orc turn 1?
Pardon me. I totally meant the end of Orc turn 1. I'm so glad you're paying attention. The end of Orc turn 1, the beginning of Nurgle turn 2, where Nurgle still owns this objective, and they own this objective, so Nurgle gets a big 3 points.
Woo!
And now it is the beginning of a new turn, and I'm real sorry, but I have to say, wah!
Oh, here we go.
Nurgle turn 2 movement phase is at an end. Nurgle at the top of turn 2 leads the game with 3 points. Nathan the Beast of Nurgle made a regular move this way. Trog stayed in with the truck, but everybody else backed up. The Demon Prince, I think, is watching the back, protecting the home objective. And unless I get a good advance here, that's going to be a long charge to the Plague Bearers. Now, it is the shooting phase. The only gun in your army belongs to her, and she's still behind a wall. So we go straight into your charge phase. Do you intend to charge? Nathan the Beast of Nurgle to charge the boys. And on an 8, he totally gets in. Bam! Stratagem has been played. He will re-roll his invulnerable saves of 1 when I hit him back. Now he's going to throw 6 dice and hit orcs on 4s.
And it's going to be easy, because they're fat and slow.
You've hit 4 times. And that's cool. Now your putrid appendages are strength 6, and Orc Boy is toughness 5. You're going to wound him on 3s. 2 wounds. Now I am on the wah, enjoying a 5-up invulnerable save. I make them both.
Boo.
Rock solid. So now it's time to swing you back. If we don't kill Nathan outright, then he will get all of his wounds back. I have played enough Warhammer to know that what's going on here is crucial. Nathan needs to die now, because if he doesn't, it's going to hurt me. We're going to start with the big shooter's close combat weapon. He is going to hit you on 3s. He's hit just once. He is going to wound you on a 6. No wound. The big choppas from the Noble. This is the guy that's going to do it. He is going to hit you on 3s. He's hit twice.
Yeah, that's not very much.
No, it's not very much. He is strength 8 on the wall, but you are toughness 9 on a Beast of Nurgle. He needs 5s to wound. All right, there's a wound on your Beast of Nurgle. That is AP 1 for 2 damage, but you have a 5-up invulnerable save? Yes. So you have taken 2 wounds, and that takes you down to 5 to go. I need just the boys to peel 5 wounds off of Nathan. So, choppas are going to hit on 3s. Those 6s all explode. So we're happy to see and it's a good thing because I didn't roll so well. Look at all the 6s though. There's another 6. So that's actually fantastic rolling. I actually hit more than I threw by 2. However, Choppa is strength 4, strength 5 on the wah. Nathan's toughness 9. We need 5s. 5s are a big deal. 8, 9, 10, 11 wounds on Nathan. You need to roll 11 dice and get 5s, re-rolling 1s. I need Nathan to die here.
Hey.
It's a big deal.
Don't talk like that.
If he doesn't die, I'm going to be stuck here on him for the rest of the game.
Don't fucking talk like that, dude. Don't curse my shit.
Oh no. He does well. Nathan does in fact die. Sometimes you don't live, and the commandos have killed Nathan, and now they are free to move in my turn. And that's where we're going now.
Sad.
It is really sad.
Why is everyone so mean to him?
I don't know why. He's clearly beautiful. Bye-bye, Nathan.
There we go. Now I have to be something.
Trog
I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling lucky.
Here it comes.
I'm feeling lucky. Get some juju going.
Trog does well. He hits 4 times. Now he is strength 6 versus toughness 9. He needs to wound on 5s. Probably toughness 8. But it's still 5s. There's 2 wounds. Trog's putrid appendages are AP1. An orc truck has a 4-up. I need 5s. Truck takes 2 more wounds, down to 6. Trog is winning this fight down here. And it is mathematically impossible for the truck to do anything to Trog, so we're going to skip that. Now we go into orc truck. Because he only has so many attacks, he can only put 3 wounds on Trog. Okay. And the Trog gets them all back. And so I've scored 1 point for holding this objective. I'm on the wall so I can advance and charge.
Is Nathan out for the rest of the game?
He's done. He's dead. He's gone. Nathan will return soon. Nurgle is the star of the channel. People love Nurgle. People love Nurgle and Orks. This is like the best game ever. But now it's time. Maybe not the best game ever, because now I'm going to descend on the fort.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to be groovy. The wall is on. The Orks have moved. We still hold our home objective. The Commandos made an advance. I need an advance chip. The Commandos made an advance move, so they're going to hold the objective. The Shooter Boys held. They've moved forward so they can get shots. Yes, that's my objective now. The Chopper Boys made an advance. I had to spend a command point to re-roll their advance because they originally got a 1. But they, if we're lucky, should get that charge off. The truck fell back, but not before it dropped off the War Boss and the Nobles. Now we go into the shooting phase. I believe it is mathematically impossible for these men to kill Trog in shooting, so they're not going to. This thing fell back. They advanced. The Shooter Boys get to shoot.
Check my shit out.
I didn't even notice when she was doing it, but the Refuser has moved her Plague Bearers so daftly that just these few boxes in the way are keeping me from shooting. There will be no shooting.
Yay!
In my turn.
Don't forget to call the wind.
Shooting is not where the Orks get it done.
Oh, for sure.
No, shooting is not the
Yep.
thing. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to charge these Slug of Chopper Boys into the Plague Bearers. And they get boxcars. They know what time it is. And then the War Boss and the Nobles, they get a 6. It's good enough. I'm going to move some models, and then I'm going to kill some Nurgle. After charge and piling, it looks like this. Here are the boys. These guys haven't piled them, but they won't have room to. I'm about to throw a lot of dice. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel filthy about it. I'm going to start with the Noble. The Noble is this man right here. He's going to hit you on 3s. He's hit 3 times with 2 explosions. Ooh. He is strength 8 on the wall. He's going to wound you on 3s. There are 4 wounds on your demons. Reroll 1s on your invulnerable save. There you go. So there's 4. You have 5 up invulnerable saves, and then reroll 1s. Looking for 5s. Save 2, lose 2. The Noble does a good job killing Plague Bearers. Now over here we have the Slug of Chopper Boys. And there's 9 of them, and they're throwing 4 dice each. And they're going to hit you on 3s. This is a spread of dice. So these are all the hits with 5 exploding dice. It's disgusting. Now on the Y, I become strength 5, so I will wound you on 4s. That is the wound roll. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 wounds on the Plague Bearers. And they will need to roll 5s, re-rolling 1s. And they're all for 1 damage each.
So I'm going to do it 10 at a time.
Okay.
And then 11.
Yes.
Alrighty. 3. Fuck you, man.
So we've got 7 wounds through, and we got to do 11 more saves. That's a hot roll. Wow. 7, 8, 9. There's 11 wounds through, so you lose 5.5 Plague Bearers.
That's not so very many.
No, you'll get to fight back. It's cool. Now we're moving on. The nobles first, not the war boss, into the Beast of Nurgle. Because there's a war boss in the unit, they hit on 2s.
Oh.
And they do well with 4 exploding 6s. I've hit 1 more than I threw. However, on the Wah, my big chop is a strength 8. The Beast of Nurgle is toughness 9. So we need to wound him on 5s. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. The war boss will have... I still have a war boss here. It's going to be fine. I need you to roll 3 dice. Saves on 5s. Here we go. Trog the Beast of Nurgle. Gonna save on 5s. Trog the Beast of Nurgle takes 6 wounds. And that seals his fate, because then the war boss swings. And the war boss hits every time with the 2 explosions. And then the war boss wounds just 3 times. Oh, wow. The Trog has 1 wound left. If you roll 3 5s and 6s right now, Trog lives and gets all of his wounds back.
Yes.
But if you roll anything that's not a 5 or 6, he dies. 3 of them.
3. Okay.
Trog dies.
Oh, it made me violent.
It's okay. It's an emotional game.
It made me violent.
You spend so much time painting them, and then when they die, it hurts. Now, over here, we have men left. We have 2 plague bears, we have 3 plague bears, and the poxbringer to swing at the boys. Let's start with the plague bears. They, with their plague swords, get 2 attacks each, get 6 dice. Roll those dice, and you want to hit on 3s. And you want to put those 5s and 6s to the sides. Those 5s and 6s are lethal hits. They've already wounded. You don't have to roll the wound, because that's your special roll. It usually happens on 6s, but since there's a poxbringer in the unit, it happens on 5s and 6s.
Yeah.
Now you're going to take that 1, that is a hit, and that has hit my orcs at strength 4. Orc is toughness 5, so you want a 5 to wound. And you've saved another. Oh, pardon me, you've killed another. So there's 5 that I've gotten through already. There's 5 saves for the orcs, and then the poxbringer has to swing. Lord Tralfaz himself, who is a bad motherfucker, he is going to throw with his foul bale sword.
Yeah, that's right.
He gets 4 dice.
4 swinging dice.
You want to throw those 4 dice, and you want to hit on 3s. Oh, no. All right, that 4 hits, and it is going to be strength 5. You're going to wound on a 4.
Fuck.
But still, you put 5 wounds on the boys. Now, the boys are still on the wall.
I'm doing pretty good against the wind.
The last act of the wall, I need 5s. I've saved 1 boy, but I lose 4.
Yeah, goodbye, fuckers.
Not enough to force battle shock.
Or confused, or disappear off battlefield.
Those plague bearers are dead.
These ones? Or these ones?
Those ones over there. However, we're going to go now into
Tap a turn 3.
Nurgle turn 3, where Nurgle only has 1 objective. So Nurgle scores 1 point. However, this unit of plague bearers owes a battle shock test. All right, battle shock has been passed. Now, part of your detachment rules is when you pass a battle shock test, you get D3 wounds back, or if it's a battle line unit like these guys, you get D3 models back. Roll a dice, and you get D3 models back because you passed a battle shock test. In the Shadow of Chaos, put 3 plague bearers right back in that squad. Woo! Woohoo! And I'm sorry it cost you a command point to do it.
That's all right.
But all of a sudden, you're back in the saddle, not doing so bad. You've lost your beast from Nurgle. You've lost the center objective. You are in your command phase. We each get a command point, and then it is time for you to move. And sadly, the WA has ended. Nurgle Demons movement phase. The Nurgle movement phase is at an end, and what we're finding out is that this is Nurgle's house. Whose house?
Nurgle's house.
Nurgle's house. Nurgle's down to 2 units, but they're good units. With the Plague Bear still stuck in, and the Demon Prince has walked forward. The Orks have 3 command points, which is crazy. Nurgle has just 1. These men don't have guns, and they're stuck in. Tell me about it. We're looking at your Demon Prince here. She's going to shoot her Infernal Cannon, but she's not... And she hits 3 times. I was going to ask you, she's not holding a cannon, so is this like power vomit? Is this a snot rocket?
It's a manifestation.
A manifestation? What's it look like when she fires her Infernal Cannon?
Well, it's more of an odor.
The odor wafts out of the Demon Prince, hits the commandos. And even though they're -1 to hit because they're commandos, she still hits all 3 times. The Infernal Cannon smells bad enough that it is Strength 5, AP 1 for 2 damage each. Strength 5, Toughness 5, roll those dice and get 4s. There are 2 wounds on the Orks. At AP 1, the Orks will save on 6s. No, we have lost. These, ooh, who is it? Darn it, do I want that big shooter? No, all right, so it's 2. Now, there's no more shooting in the Nurgle army.
I think I'm going to stay put.
The Demon Princess is going to stay put? Mm-hmm. All right, well then it is your turn, so the Orks will fight first here. No longer on the WA. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 more boys and the Noble. The Orks into the Plague Bears. 3s. We get a couple of 6s, that's nice. So we do all right. The 1s go with the 6s because they explode. However, we're not on the WA anymore, so now we're Strength 4 versus your Toughness 5. We're going to win you on 5s.
Come on. Oh, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, you know.
You lost this guy.
So, Gork and Mork are the strongest gods. I can't help it. They just are.
I can't understand what you're saying. When you
Gork
use
and
those
Mork are the
imaginary
strongest
words.
gods. There are 6 wounds. That was very Nurgly, by the way. That was...
You're welcome.
All right, Demonic Invulnerability is played. She has 6 wounds to save, 5s re-rolling 1s. Re-roll that 1. You take 4 wounds, you lose 2 Plague Bears. But now, it is their turn to fight back. All right, see the 4 still hits. See the dice gods? No. So that 2 there does not hit. Hold on a second. Those 4 6s you had, they auto-wound because they're lethal hits.
Yeah, that's right.
The other 3 dice still have to roll the wound. Now, your plague weapons are Strength 4, and my Toughness is 5. So roll those 3 leftover dice and get 5s. 1 more. The Plague Swords are AP 1. 5 wounds at AP 1 on these Orc boys is 6s. I get 2, but I lose another 3 boys.
See you later, douchebag. Oh, look.
Now, what's super uncool is Lord Tralfaz, the last of his name, still needs to swing. And he
This is swinging big.
is going to throw 4 dice. They hit on 3s. These are better dice. They will take my save away from me, too. 4 dice hit on 3s. 3 hits. Now, Lord Tralfaz is better. He's Strength 5. I'm Toughness 5. Those 3 dice need 4s to wound. Each 4 kills an Orc. So, because you're AP 2, that kills this guy, and the Noble stands all by himself.
Goodbye.
That is the end of Nurgle turn 3. we start Orc turn 3 where I own 2 objectives.
We gotta do this.
Thank you. So the score is officially even. There's a rally going on in the middle of the table. It is my turn 3. I need a battle shock test on that noble, and I'm in the shadow of chaos, so I'm -1.
Fail!
So I got an 8 minus 1 is a 7. That might be a fail.
Fail.
No, my leadership is a 7. This orc is not battle shocked. Going into orc turn 3, I need to control objectives. Bottom of turn 3, orc turn 3. It seems like it's going well from the orcs, but the demon princess is still pristine. The noble from the Choppa squad, he has fallen back. We've given him the pink cowardly fallback chip. But he's fallen back to the objective, and he is not battle shocked, so it's okay. The commandos have left the road, and they will engage the plague bearers because they are far more fresh than this poor guy here. The shooter boys have stayed back to shoot. In hindsight, I should have moved some of them up on the container because just like before, they can't see any of the plague bearers through those crates. So there's a tactical blunder on my part. The nobles in Rumble, they took a casual stroll. They didn't advance. They just walked forward. I'm saving them for turn 4. There's still a demon prince here, and that'll have to be dealt with. And then we made an advance roll with the truck, and it rolled a 6. It got way up the table. I'm going to come grab that objective with the truck in 1 second.
No, you're not.
But first, we have to shoot. Here we go. We got some orc boys. We got the nobles with the sluggers. They are shooting into the plague bearers, but the plague bearers are parked next to the demon princess. And so they are -1 to hit because she makes them stealth. So first the nobles want 6s. They get 2. But then they want 5s. 1 wound on the plague bearers. And then the war boss. So there's 1 wound on your plague bearers from the nobles, from their shooting.
Okay.
Which is rare. Okay. There's a 5. You have saved yourself from the shooting of the nobles. Now, the war boss will shoot you with his commie weapon. He's going to hit on a 6. And he hits. His weapon is anti-infantry 4. But we fail the wound. He fell back. These guys can't see. He can't see. Here we have the commandos. Commandos.
It looks like 3.
Or
4.
Well, the bow and arrow is a slug of Choppa. He's got a shooter, and the money counter's got a shooter.
Oh, well, I was completely wrong.
But even though I'm right in your face, you're still stealthed. 6s. Just 1, and then 5s. No wound. So that's the shooting phase. We did 1 wound. That's Orky. Now it's time to charge. The commandos are going into the plague bearers. And they've done it on a 7. With the big Choppa.
Is that one wearing a diaper? Is that what that is?
The guys in the purple? What? Do you know why they're wearing purple? Purple's the sneaky color. You've never seen a purple orc, have you?
That must be what happened.
After the charge, it looks like this. Now he's going to swing. All right, here we go, here we go. We're going to start with just the close combat weapons on the guys with the shooters. And they want to hit you on 3s. And they've hit every time with an exploding dice. Then they want to wound you on 5s. 1 wound. Now, you can spend your command point on demonic invulnerability if you wanted to. But you don't have to.
Where are they shooting at?
Where we're punching you with our axes
These
into
guys?
the plague bearers. The plague bearers are doing all the work of your army right now. So we're gonna, what did I do to you? I did 1 wound. This is your invulnerable save, demon. Reroll that 1 because you played the command point. Oh, but we still put a wound on your demon. You have a guy down there who's got a wound. Then the noble. The noble hits you 3 times. The noble is strength 7 now. So a wound on 3s. The nobles put 2 wounds on your squad of demons. These are 2 damage each. So every one you fail will just kill a guy outright.
Oh, okay.
So 2 5s. There's a 5, but 1 guy dies. Finally, can the Slug of Choppa boys finish it Looking for 3s.
Yawn.
Is that book gonna be left in the video?
Do you want it to be?
I do. I thought it was a really fun moment.
These are the hits plus 2 explosions. But a Choppa is strength 4. The demons are toughness 5. So we've only done 4 wounds to them. So Tralfaz will live no matter what. You need to make 4 demon saves.
No problem.
You can do it.
No problem.
Reroll that one. Cool.
There we go.
So you leave the last guy. So what's neat though is because you got a guy left here, then you'll get to regenerate in your battle shock phase. If I had killed the last guy, you wouldn't. But it's your turn to fight back. You got 1 Plague Bearer and Tralfaz. This is the Plague Bearer. He wants 3s. He hits twice. Now he wants 5s because he's strength 4. Nothing. However, Tralfaz is going to do it himself though, because Tralfaz is actually a beat stick. He's better than you'd think he would be because he's actually a Herald of Nurgle. And he's going to throw 4 dice, and he's going to hit on 3s and wound on 4s. Lord Tralfaz into Commandos. He is hit 3 times, but those 6s auto wound. They're already wounded. Take that 3 and get a 5 or 6 with it. So those 2 go through though. And Lord Tralfaz's File Bale Sword is AP 2, so he just kills 2 of them outright. Who's it going to be? It's going to be you, shoot a boy.
Get rid of the dim-witted looking one. Oh.
That is the end of my turn. So now we enter Nurgle turn 4. Where Nurgle, I'm sorry to say, is only going to score 1 point. 1 point to Nurgle. Nurgle gets a command point for Nurgle's command phase. I get a command point too. And now it is time for Nurgle to save the day. It's time for this demon to... Well, I'm not going to tell you what time it is. A battle shock test is needed here.
Insane bravery!
So they pass. And now you take a dice and roll a d3 because they've passed. And they get 1 model back because it is Nurgle turn 4. And Nurgle is about to win this game because Nurgle is not going to lose to some orcs. Nurgle's got more respect than that. So the demon princess, who still needs a name, climbed over the wall with her big 8-inch move. Morphia climbed over the wall because her move was big enough to do it. She intends to shoot this man dead, taking him off the objective, and then charge. So we are now in the shooting phase. These men don't have pistols, but Morphia, the demon princess of Nurgle, is going to shoot this noble with her infernal cannon, and she needs 3 dice, and they are going to hit on 2s. She's hit all 3 times because she's badass.
Pew pew!
Oh no!
Yuck!
Oh my god, that's
Are
funny.
you sure that just happened? Wait, I feel like... Okay, it's still really not that great.
Morphia, the demon princess of Nurgle, is not here to shoot. That
That much is obvious.
well, also like she just climbed over the wall, and there's a scrum going on over here, but this is a really scary unit. She's probably kind of distracted. That's 5 nobles and a war boss sitting there. She's not looking at him. She fired over her shoulder because her eyes are clearly locked in here because it is your charge phase. Do you wish to charge?
Yes, of course I do. Fuck you guys.
Well, take 2 dice and make it in. Don't roll snake eyes. You're in. Morphia engages the nobles. And since she is the charger, she fights first. Morphia, the demon princess of Nurgle.
I'm feeling it hot.
Okay, I gotta point something out to you. One of your special rules is called Unholy Vigor. Once per battle, like now. At the start of the fight phase, which is now, this model can use this ability. If it does, until the end of the phase, this model has a 3-up invulnerable save. I'm gonna hit you back with these guys.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Morphia has declared her 3-up invulnerable save. Now,
What's it called again?
this is Unholy Vigor.
All right, wait. I, Morphia, invoke unholy vigor.
All right, this is where the game is won and lost. You have...
You can give up now if you wish.
Hell-forged weapons, which I think... Are they fingernails? Are they fists? How does she like to thump? Is she scratching at your eyes? Is
He has
she
diamond-crusted brass knuckles.
diamond-crusted brass knuckles? On Morpheus' fist.
But I will tell you that, God, there is just so much E. coli packed in. All that is so gross.
So you have choices to make. Her Hellforged weapons, her brass knuckles, can choose to either strike or sweep. If you strike, you get 6 attacks. If you sweep, you get 14. If you strike, your strength 8, you'll wound me on 3s. And strength 6 will also wound me on 3s. The strike is AP 2 for 3 damage each. So each one that gets through would kill a noble outright because their saves. No, they would get a 6-up save. And being 3 damage each one that doesn't succeed just kills a noble. The sweep gets 14 attack, but I'll get my 4-up save. And they do 1 damage each. So you got to get 2 attacks through to kill a noble.
What was the first one?
The streak, the strike, that's what I would have done too. Grab 6 dice. Morphea, the demon prince of Nurgle, says it's on.
You dare disparage me?
So she's a baller. She hits on 2s. She has hit 5 times. Those 6s do anything? They do not. So she takes her 5 dice and she's going to wound on 3s. Those are 5 wounds. You can't ask for more than that. You can't ask for more than that.
I told you I was feeling the power.
The strike is AP 2 for 3 damage. A noble has a 4-up save. The nobles need to roll 6s. Each dice that's not a 6 kills a noble. I get 1 6. 4 nobles are wiped out.
See you later.
Just like that. Now, it is time for the nobles. This won't stand. You can't just get away with that.
Well, I just did.
So, the nobles...
Smells like defeat.
The nobles are, with the big chopper, is going to hit you on 2s because there's a war boss there. Hit you twice with an explosion, everything hits. Going to wound you on 5s. No wounds from the noble. But then the war boss first has an attack squig that hits you just once and it explodes, but it's going to wound you on a 6. There's a 6. There's 1 wound at your regular save, which is a 2-up.
5.
5, so the attack squig doesn't do the job, but then the war boss hits you 3 times with an explosion. Then the war boss, can't count that dice, puts 2 wounds on you at AP 2, so you're going to save on 4s, and they do 2 damage each.
2 dice.
2 dice. She saves them both. She is rock solid. You have 2 plague bearers and Lord Tralfaz, last of his name. The plague bearers need to throw 4 dice. They will hit on 3s and they will wound on 5s. Plague bearers hit twice. Plague bearers fail to wound. However, Lord Tralfaz will throw 4 dice. He will hit on 3s. He is hit 4 times. He will wound on 4s. He's wounded 3 times. And Lord Tralfaz was AP 2, right? Mm-hmm. That's what we said. That just kills orcs. That is 1, 2, 3 more dead orcs. There's some battle shock tests down there.
Goodbye.
But now those orcs gotta fight back. And we start with the Choppa boys. And they didn't do well. They only hit you twice.
Yeah.
Oh, they're scared.
They are.
Scared. But they do put 2 wounds on you.
Can I tell you what I love best about that?
What's that?
I love when orcs poop their pants because it gives me strength. The stench, the flies. It adds to me. I'm growing large.
Roll 2 saves. After that speech, somebody has to die. We've lost a plague bearer. Then the noble with the big choppa hits you 3 times with 1 explosion. That's 4 hits. Strength 7, he wants 3s. There are 2 wounds, and those are 2 damage each. And you better save it, otherwise you won't have a unit left to regenerate.
How many dice?
2 dice. Get 5s. 5s. You need this. So the plague bearer is dead, and then Lord Tralfaz himself. Tralfaz takes 2 wounds, bringing him down to 3. Tralfaz stuck in with some boys, but that is the end of Nurgle turn 4. Going into Orc turn 4, where the Orcs are going to score 3 points. And the game is looking orky. And now we are in the movement phase where these men are stuck in, these men are stuck in. He's holding an objective. He's holding in the objective. Got to get that truck over there. My movement phase is at an end on turn 4. I shuffled these Orcs around up in the container, so maybe they'll get some shots off if they need to. I swung this man around. He'll hold his objective. They are stuck in. They are stuck in. And then the big move, the truck advanced, a 5-inch advance, a 17-inch move, getting him on that objective. The Orcs hold all 3 objectives. Now it is the shooting phase. I have 3
I'm sorry.
sluggers here, but Tralfaz is still within 6 inches of the Demon Prince. So these are 6s. Nothing. So now we are in the fight phase. There are no chargers. So my opponent chooses first. Who do you want to fight with first? Lord Tralfaz is swinging first with his 4 dice. He wants to hit on 3s. Tralfaz.
Tralfaz.
Tralfaz does just fine. Now he wants to wound on 4s.
And Tralfaz. Tralfaz.
3 wounds from Lord Tralfaz. Those are at AP2. Commandos have 5s ups. Did you just kill me? Or is he 2 damage each?
Yeah.
He is. Tralfaz wins this combat. Tralfaz says the day is mine. Actually, I won't speak for you, Herald of Nurgle, but he just won his combat.
That is so fucking sweet.
He gets to stand there
You
triumphant.
know what? He's gonna ring all of the bells on his horns.
But now it is my turn to swing, and I'm going to pick these guys here. We are going to start with the Noble. 2s. Hits every time with an explosion, but then he wants 5s. Good job, man. There are 3 wounds here. They're AP1, so you want to roll 3s. And each one that gets through does 2 damage. So you got 2 damage. However, you've been given the endless GIF. She is out of her deployment zone now. That's more than 12 inches from your table edge, right? Of course it is. So she has a 5-up feel no pain, not a 4-up. 2 wounds went through. Take 2 dice. Roll 5s. So she only takes 1 wound.
Yeah. Ha!
And so that takes Morphia down to 9 wounds to go. Then the War Boss fights. His attack squig hits once, but it explodes. It wounds on a 6. No wound. The War Boss himself hits you 3 times, no explosions. But wounds you. Am I really wounding you on 5s with my War Boss? Is that the truth? I am really. The War Boss is actually wounding her on 5s. 1 wound from the War Boss. That's -2. So you want to roll a dice and get a 4. No, the 2 wounds go through. And if you get a 5 or 6, she just doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. She doesn't care. She thought it felt
I got 1 of
good.
each, bitch, just in case.
Now it's her turn to swing. Morphia can choose to strike or sweep.
Strike.
Strike. Grab 6 dice, Morphia.
Oh, I will.
Morphia is going to hit these men on 2s. She has hit 5 times, just like before. Now, something I forgot before, and it hurt me, is where the War Boss is leading a unit, he's -1 to wound. And so you were wounding them before on Strength 8 would have been 3s, but it's actually 4s because you're -1 to wound. And I'm sorry I missed that last time. But roll those dice and get some 4s. She does fantastically well with 3 wounds. Now those wounds are coming in at AP2 for 3 damage each. There's 3 of them. So the first one on the Noble, he needs a 6. He dies.
Goodbye.
Then on the War Boss. The War Boss has a 5-up invulnerable save. He makes them both because you knew he had to, because this is Rumble. Rumble lives
That's what it sounds like when Papa takes a big dump. Is it sounds like a rumble. 5.
Turn 5, where Nurgle scores a big, fat goose egg.
Loaf.
And now it's your turn. I am an untidy war gamer. I am. I don't mean to be. We'll get a dice box eventually, like a real proper one, rather than just a box top. So it is now Nurgle turn 5. Lord Trowfast has come up to take the center objective because he's like, to heck with you. Morphia has stayed in with the war boss because falling back is for bitches. And that's what's left for the Nurgle army. Shooting. You cannot shoot because you do not have any pistols. Charging, you...
I had something for her.
The Infernal Cannon cannot shoot in close combat because it is not a pistol weapon.
Gotcha.
Lord Trowfast could charge if he likes. With that 3 on 1 dice, you get in. Now, Lord Trowfast is the only charger. Lord Trowfast gets to fight first. Takes 4 dice. Gets 3s.
Die.
It's just 1 hit, but it's enough if you can roll a 4. There it is. By the way, you should have another command point. This is your turn. And that AP2 just out and out kills him. He has no invulnerable save.
Goodbye.
This is my cool Gorka Morka noble, and whenever he leaves the game, I'm upset that he's gone. Wow. So Lord Trowfast wins his combat, but now Rumble needs to get out of this. And it starts with Gob taking a bite of Mushroom Lady, and Gob hits twice and explodes twice.
Oh, he's allergic to mushrooms, and his head swells up.
Gob wounds around 6s. Oh, God, no. But Rumble is no longer leading in units. Now he hits you on 3s. But he hits you every time, no explosions. However, Rumble at strength 10, because your Nurgle still wounds you on 5s. Rumble gets 2 wounds. At AP2, those are 4s, and they're 2 damage each. Roll 2 4s. The Demon Princess is pristine still, and she gets to swing back at Rumble.
Dancing Queen.
Now, Rumble is no longer -1 to wound, because his unit is dead.
Yep, bye.
Do you want to sweep or strike?
Strike.
Strike. Grab 6 dice, Morphia, the Demon Princess of Nurgle.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Roll 6 dice and get 2s. She's hit 5 times. Every time she hits 5 times. She is strength 8. Rumble is toughness less than 8. You want 3s. Oh! Morphia swings her brass knuckles and hits Rumble. AP2, 5 wounds. Oh, wow. But
see you later, Rumble.
do you see all these boys up here?
Whatever. I don't even care.
These boys up here, they're chanting around. They're going, Rumble, Rumble, Rumble.
Tombo.
This guy over here, he's laying on the car horn. He's beeping the car horn along. Rumble, Rumble, Rumble. Wants 5s. Yes, Gork and Mork. The power of Gork and Mork. You know what? I got command points for days. We're spending one of these.
No!
Yeah, we want that 5.
No!
No.
Yeah!
The Rumble, the war boss, is now down to 4 wounds. 4 wounds. And then that is the end of your turn. Correct?
Yep.
Then we go into Orc turn 2, where the Orcs are gonna score. Oh, we're not scoring the middle anymore, though.
Yeah.
The Orcs will score 4 points. And then, so here's what can happen. We can go into this. These men are going to shoot here. And then you'll get to fight first, and then I will fight back, and the game will end. Or we could just look at the scoreboard and call it right now.
We can call it.
All right, so at the end of the game, we don't know who prevails here.
Well, we're going to fight those battles, though. Let's go ahead and see.
All right, so we don't care about this. The Orcs win on points, but being fans of the Star Crunch YouTube channel, you know that points don't matter. What matters is this right
Murder.
here. It is my turn, so the Demon Prince goes first.
Yes. And I'm taking 6.
Are you still striking? is 6 dice.
Yeah, I'm gonna strike your fucking shit.
Rah, she hits on 2s. She hits every single time. Now she wants to wound this war boss on 3s. There are 4 wounds on the war boss. The war boss has 4 wounds to go. The war boss needs to save at least 3 of these to live.
Die, 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 die.
Rumble says 5s. Rumble has died. If you remember the story today, the Orks came to claim this land. And although they won all the points, the war boss is dead. And so does it matter that he controls the road now?
Yeah, guess what we're gonna do with it?
What's that?
We're gonna turn it into a garden. We're gonna turn it into a beautiful garden. And you know what? No one will ever drive over this again.
Well, I feel like we both won today. I feel like I'm a winner because points, but I feel like you're a winner because Rumble is dead. And now the driveway gets to be a garden. And what did you think? Did you have a fun time today?
Fuck yeah.
Your strategy in the house originally, I was like, man, that's never going to work. But it totally worked for you. It worked out great. She's hardly hurt at all. Yeah, that was smart thinking. Now, do you have a player of the game?
Trough-ass.
Trough-ass for sure.
Dude, because he took a hit, you know?
Dude,
And
they
he
hung
was
in
feeling it.
forever. How you like the Battle Shock roll where you get models back?
I do like it. Here, let's get a close-up of him. Look how fancy
Lord
he is.
Trough-ass. Now, then when we next put him down, you'll have the choice of him or the Spoilpox Scrivener or the Sloppity Bile Piper. Actually, you'll have 2 units of Plague Bears at that point. Yeah, your armies are getting big.
All right, I think it all went great.
What do you think of a 500-point game? Is that enough?
Yeah.
Because any more would have been taxing.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Have
All
a
right.
nice day.
Yeah.